Hi guys! Today we're playing Roblox in the Escape the Prison Just for Girls mode. This is going to be epic. Don't forget to like and comment.
Yeah, guys, we need to eat this giant cake to find a spoon and dig a tunnel. I always knew sweets could save the world.
Wow, Dobby, I think I found the spoon. It's time to start digging the tunnel. I wonder why they hide spoons in cakes. Is this some kind of secret tradition?
Now we need to go through this crazy parkour with rusty pipes and nails. And there's lava below. What a challenge! Who came up with such extreme conditions? As if rusty pipes and nails weren't enough.
Exactly, careful, this pipe is shaking. Hold on tight.
Whew, almost fell. These nails are so sharp, like they're specially sharpened. Apparently they're not expecting guests here.
Almost there, Dobby. Look, there's the exit from the parkour ahead. But be careful, just a few more jumps.
Escaping this prison in Roblox is really tough. I don't know if we can make it. It all depends on you, viewers. I wonder if we have more boys or girls on our channel. Everyone hit the like button. And in the next video, we'll show who there's more of.
Dobby, it looks like we're in trouble. The girl guard is already after us. We need to find a way to escape quickly.
Exactly, Labrador. I see some pipes. Let's climb on them and try to go through the ventilation.
Great idea, Dobby. The guard won't be able to catch us at these heights. I hope she doesn't know we're parkour masters.
Haha, yeah, she has no idea we can jump like cats. The ventilation is ahead. Ready?
Always ready. Let's climb up, Dobby. This is like a spy movie. We just need some laser traps.
It would be cool if someone added lasers, but we'll manage without them for now. Here's the exit from the ventilation. We're almost free.
Jump down, quick. We did it. We escaped from the guard.
Phew, what an adventure. Labrador, remember when we were called to that girls' party? That was fun, too.
Oh, right. The girls had a unicorn and rainbow cupcake party. And we were called because they thought someone stole their pink glitter.
Ha ha, yeah. It turned out the glitter was hidden by one of the girls' little sisters as a surprise. And we were searching for the thief all that time.
And don't forget when we accidentally fell into the ball pit. The girls laughed so hard, and we looked like two giant balls ourselves.
Yeah, that was an unforgettable evening. It's good that we can not only catch criminals, but also entertain kids.
Dobby, you won't believe what happened last week.
Something serious?
Yes, very. A mother came to us desperate about her little girl named Lily. It turned out that Lily really wanted to summon a unicorn. She had heard many stories about magical creatures and was convinced they existed.
What did she do?
She turned to a local witch named Morgana. Everyone knows she's a powerful sorceress capable of real miracles, but her methods are often unsafe.
That already sounds alarming. Morgana was never known for her kindness.
Exactly. Lily approached her with the request to summon a unicorn. Instead of explaining that such things could be dangerous, Morgana agreed to help. She said she would fulfill her wish, but the result would be unexpected.
What happened?
Morgana performed the ritual, but instead of summoning a unicorn, she turned Lily into one. When the girl realized what had happened, it was too late. She found herself in the body of a unicorn, unable to speak or explain what had happened.
That's terrible. How did we find out about this?
Lily's mother came to us when the girl went missing. She told us about her suspicions and mentioned that Lily often talked about unicorns and magic. We immediately suspected something was wrong and went to Morgana.
How did we manage to save Lily?
When we arrived at the witch's house, we saw a unicorn locked in a pen. It looked scared and helpless. We demanded an explanation from Morgana. At first, she denied everything, but under pressure, she confessed to her spell.
How did we turn Lily back?
We forced Morgana to perform a reversal spell. It wasn't easy, but eventually she agreed, understanding that the consequences could be severe for her. With the spell, Lily returned to her human form. She was frightened, but safe and sound.
That's incredible. Good thing we made it in time. How is Lily now?
She's recovering. Her mother is taking care of her, and they are trying to forget about the terrible incident. We also warned everyone in the area about the dangers of dealing with Morgana.
Great job, Labrador. The important thing is that Lily is safe, but we should keep an eye on Morgana to ensure nothing like this happens again.
Guys, what do you know about gnomes? Do you believe in them?
Labrador, do you remember that strange call we got a week ago?
Of course, Dobby. It was one of the most unexpected cases we've encountered. We got a call from a girls' camp. They reported that gnomes had taken over their camp and seemed to be planning to make the girls their queens.
Yeah, I remember. When we arrived on the scene, the situation was really alarming. Gnomes, who are usually considered peaceful beings, were behaving quite aggressively. They had set up their flags and turned the camp into their temporary stronghold.
The gnomes started demanding that the girls acknowledge them as kings and become their queens. They acted as if it was a matter of honor for them. I don't know what could have prompted such behavior, but it was clearly something unusual.
Exactly. We saw that the girls were locked in their tents and the gnomes were guarding the camp. It seemed like they were trying to perform some sort of ritual to assert their right to the royal status.
It was really unsettling. We quickly devised a plan to free the girls. The first step was to determine how many gnomes were there and what their weak points were. We had to act carefully to avoid provoking them into aggression.
We split into groups. I and a few of our team approached the camp from one side to distract the gnomes. Meanwhile, another group used this opportunity to free the girls and lead them out of the camp.
The gnomes were surprisingly persistent, but we used cunning and strategy to outmaneuver them. One of our colleagues created a false noise on the other side of the camp, which gave us a chance to quickly and discreetly free the girls.
We found the girls in their tents. All were shaken but generally safe. We explained the situation to them and helped them leave the camp. Fortunately, we managed to do this before the gnomes noticed anyone was missing.
Once the girls were safe, we returned to the gnomes to find out what had happened. It turned out that the gnomes were under the influence of some magical amulet that made them act against their will. We managed to return the amulet to its place and restore order.
Yes, after the amulet was returned, the gnomes went back to their usual behavior and even apologized for their actions. We made sure everything was settled and there would be no further issues.
It's good we were able to help the girls and sort out the situation. It was truly a strange and unexpected case.
Absolutely. The important thing is that everyone is safe and the girls' camp is back to being a place for relaxation, not a captured fortress.
But that's not the last case involving you girls. We love and appreciate you very much. You're our princesses. But now, here's a very scary story about you.
Labrador, do you remember that not-so-ordinary week ago? We got a call saying that all the girls at the camp had turned into zombies.
Oh, how could I forget? It was a real nightmare. We thought it was just another prank or a false alarm. But when we arrived, we saw that it was much worse than we could have imagined.
Yes, when we got there, the camp looked like a scene from a horror movie. The girls, who had recently been full of energy and laughter, were now wandering around the camp like zombies, with empty eyes and slow movements. We realized it wasn't a prank.
We immediately noticed that something was wrong. None of our attempts to communicate with them worked. They didn't respond to our voices and couldn't explain what had happened to them. We had to figure out the cause and find a way to help.
We started investigating the camp. We observed the girls' behavior and looked for possible signs of infection or magical influence. It seemed that this was not a typical infection, but something supernatural.
Yes, and that's when we found strange things. It turned out there was an old spell book in the camp, left there by someone. The book was full of ancient and dark magical formulas. We suspected that someone might have used it for a ritual.
Exactly. We decided to trace the source of the magic. We discovered that the book had been found by one of the girls. She had accidentally opened it, and one of the spells apparently activated, turning everyone into zombies.
The next step was to find a way to reverse the spell. We contacted a local mage who specialized in such matters. He explained that we needed to perform a purification ritual to neutralize the spell's effect.
We organized the ritual at the camp. It was challenging, as the girls continued to wander around, but with the help of magical symbols and spells, we managed to create a protective circle and carry out the ritual. It was like battling a dark force that had consumed them.
And fortunately, the ritual worked. After we completed the process, the girls began to regain their senses. Their eyes returned to normal, and they returned to their usual state. It was an incredibly joyful and relieving moment.
Yes, we immediately noticed that the girls were in shock, but they received all the necessary help. We provided medical checks and psychological support to ensure there were no lingering effects.
And although that week was a real test, we managed to handle it. The camp became a safe place again, and the girls returned to their usual activities.
It was indeed a unique case, but fortunately, we were able to deal with it and restore everything to its proper state.
Remember when we were training with our iron swords? Recall how I accidentally hit you in the side when you tried to do a trick? That was a lot of fun.
Oh, don't remind me. At that moment, I thought my acrobatics dreams were over. But now, we need to use all our skills and wits to defeat this Iron Beauty.
Agreed. And don't forget, This robotic cop definitely doesn't like it when her swords get touched too often. Let's flank her and strike at the vulnerable spot.
Look what I've come up with. Let's do it in team attack style. One distracts, the other strikes. We'll be like a battalion during the holidays. Fast and efficient.
We did it. Guys, see you in the next mode. Remember, together we can handle any challenge. Hello, dear friends. Today we are going to try to escape from Catnap Barry's prison.
Yeah, hello everyone. On our way, we will face challenging yet exciting obstacles. We will also have to fight the main boss of this prison. So, let's get started.
First, we need to escape from the cell through the ventilation system. Luckily, our police station is much more secure and well-planned.
I agree. If our station wasn't so modern and secure, the number of escapes would increase significantly, and it would be much harder to catch criminals.
It looks like we need to press this button to activate the parkour. I can't even imagine why they would build a parkour course in the prison's ventilation system.
Maybe it's all designed to give the smartest prisoners a chance to escape. And at the end, they get an invitation to work at a government scientific lab.
Quick, press the button and go around him. Considering how chubby he is, he'll never catch us. So, where were we? I'd lean more towards the theory that this was all built by Mr. Beast, and he's filming another massive video involving lots of people and animals. Although we don't seem to remember how we got here.
Great, we got away from the pot-bellied police officer, but that wasn't too difficult.
Better not celebrate too early, or we might slip on the pipe and land right back in his paws.
We go back into the ventilation shaft. Hopefully Freddy doesn't jump out from around the corner.
Oops, we ended up in the men's restroom. Let's try not to get into an awkward situation.
Someone didn't flush the toilet. Guys, make sure to flush after yourselves.
Oh, a hidden tunnel in the restroom. Great, grab the shovel and let's put our natural instincts to use.
Main thing is not to dig like this in Minecraft.
Well, we didn't fall into lava, lucky us, but ahead I see a parkour course that looks very unsafe.
Sheriff Labrador, I think this will be a very easy parkour for you, since we all know you're a natural-born parkourist.
It's true, Dobie. Thank you for believing in me, but I wasn't born a natural parkourist. I learned it through hard work and dedication back when I was in school. I've already shared this story in detail in another one of our videos. If you haven't heard about it, make sure to check out our other videos. It's a really interesting story.
Did you see? Looks like a giant boulder rolled down there. We need to be more careful.
I understand. Looks like a boulder is rolling towards us right now. There are spots here not by accident to dodge it.
Got it. We're almost there. This is the last time.
I kind of like this place. There are cool fountain waterfalls here. I'm sure it's very hot outside this location.
Right now, I just feel the horror of this place. We're currently in a cave beneath the prison.
I wonder where we're heading up to. I think one of the mini-bosses is waiting nearby. We've come quite far from our prison cell.
Oh, I wasn't expecting to encounter Dog Day too. Let's hide in that room.
It seems we need to press this lever to open the gates.
Oh no, he caught us. I hope we won't have to start everything over again.
No, the gates are open, so everything is saved and we can proceed further.
He's faster than us. I hope he doesn't catch up to us now.
Dobie, remember that game we played last summer? The one where we investigated a series of robberies in the megacity?
Of course, Lab. It was incredibly exciting. We felt like real detectives, and every time we managed to solve the next crime, it felt heroic.
Exactly. Remember when we caught that bandit hiding in the dark alleys? It was a real challenge, but thanks to our teamwork, we pulled through.
Cop games have always been our favorites. We can really get into character and act like true, law-abiding crime fighters.
Plus, these games help us not only have fun, but also improve our teamwork. We learn to trust each other, coordinate actions, and make quick decisions in tough situations.
And it's a great way to unwind after a stressful day on duty. We can relax, forget about daily worries, and dive into an exciting gaming world.
And let's not forget how we sometimes hilariously react to funny situations in the game. I'll never forget the time you almost got stuck in a window trying to catch a thief.
Well, Lab, I can't wait for us to meet up again tonight and embark on a new adventure. As a team, we can solve any puzzle and keep the city safe.
Absolutely, Dobie. Together, we're unstoppable.
It seems we need to go up into the ventilation. We'll need a ladder. I think it's in the storeroom.
Exactly. Good guess. I remembered a story about how we saved our planet and even became astronauts for it. It was a quiet evening when a strange signal came through the radio in our cozy town on Earth. Dobie and I immediately sensed something was wrong. The voice of an engineer from the Space Center informed us of a terrible threat. The moon had veered off its orbit and was heading towards Earth.
We exchanged looks and without hesitation made a decision. We had to take action. The next few days were spent in intensive astronaut training courses. Who would have thought that ordinary sheriffs like us would be tasked with saving the planet in space?
Meanwhile, our engineers weren't sitting idle. They developed a special device, a powerful rocket engine that could be installed on the surface of the moon to alter its trajectory.
Finally, launch day arrived. We donned specially made spacesuits and, together with a team of specialists, lifted off towards the moon. At that moment, I felt like part of something extraordinary. Our mission to save humanity.
After a difficult and tense flight, we successfully landed on the moon. Our paws trembled with excitement as we began to install the rocket engine. This was our chance to avert disaster.
With each passing minute, our confidence grew. Carefully, we activated the engine and began to adjust the moon's orbit. The strength of our unity and determination was our greatest weapon in this incredible situation.
Finally, the mission was accomplished. Dobie and I left the moon on a new trajectory that no longer posed a threat to Earth.
Meanwhile, Labrador, you and I have turned 3 valves and are already rushing to the next challenge.
Crawling through the vents again. There are too many of them on this map. I'm tired of them already.
I understand how you feel, but hang in there just a little bit longer. I can already sense that the next boss is close.
Dobie, do you know which game all these characters we're encountering in this place are from?
Of course I know, Lab. What a question. It's not a game, but the amazing Digital Circus series. I'm eagerly awaiting the next episode. But one thing puzzles me. I don't recall Catnap and Dog Day being there. It seems the creator of this place decided to merge several universes into one, which makes it so interesting to meet characters from different games in one place.
Wow, where did we fall? Are we right at the boss already?
It looks like you're right, Labrador. Oh no, he spotted us. Quick, grab the food Zuka and blast him in the face.
In principle, we're faster than him, so he won't cause us any trouble.
Let's make him swallow this pineapple. He deserves it.
Interesting idea. If this bazooka had an infinite supply of food, that would indeed be very convenient. It could be used not only for defense, but also as a food creator for the whole day. A great cost-saving measure.
Yeah, it would be great if you could choose the food it shoots. I would always go for chips. Too bad they're bad for your health.
His HP is already very low. We almost got him.
Let's do this.
Hooray! We did it. Great job, Dobie.
Oh, why is he so scary?
It's interesting how he exploded. We flew several dozen meters away. Honestly, I even felt a little sorry for him, as he was so slow and helpless.
But that's just a diversion to make us relax and not handle the final boss. So let's gather all our strength and move forward to the next challenge.
It's a pity we didn't bring the sled. You're right. Let's not pay attention to it. It was just another challenge.
Let's tell the guys another amazing story to keep ourselves entertained on the way to the final boss. It was an ordinary day when we received an unexpected call at our station. On the other end of the line was a little turtle boy who was crying and pleading for help. He was lost in the sewer and couldn't find his way out. Labrador and I quickly gathered our gear and set out to rescue him.
As we navigated through the dark tunnels, we encountered some angry crocodiles. They clearly weren't happy to see us, but instead of fighting, we decided to try negotiating.
I stepped forward and explained the situation. The leader of the crocodiles, old and wise, listened to us and decided to help. He warned us about the dangers, but allowed us to pass.
We found the little turtle boy, trembling with fear, and guided him to the surface. The crocodiles kept their word and didn't harm us.
That story really warmed my heart. But you know what, Labrador? I can already feel that we're about to face the final boss. Are you ready for it?
Of course, Dobie. We're sheriffs. We're always ready for this.
Something I don't see the food Zuka in the inventory. I hope we get a weapon.
And here he is. Well, hello, Barry Catnap. It's time to battle you.
Catch this banana.
Dobie, it looks like we need to shoot not food into his mouth, but at his weapons. His minigun hands. I think they'll explode and trigger a chain reaction, causing the robot to explode.
Not a bad theory, Lab. Let's put it to the test.
Let's start shooting at the right hand, or rather, from his perspective, the left hand.
We're doing really well. One arm is already damaged.
By the way, while we're shooting at his arms and his HP is decreasing, it does mean that my theory is correct and we're doing everything right.
Victory is close. Half of the HP of the second arm is gone too. Let's push harder.
I'm getting tired already, to be honest. I wish they could give us a more powerful weapon.
Yeah, we did it! I hope we won't get thrown a kilometer away this time.
Another place completed in Roblox. Thanks, Dobie, for your help.
Thank you too. It was an unforgettable adventure. Let's get out of this cursed prison as soon as possible.
We just need to get into this truck, and then we'll accomplish our goal. That means it's time to finish. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed our escape today, be sure to comment on who else we should escape from. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
See you soon.
Hey guys, today we're in Roblox playing the Escape from Digetigo prison mode. We're in for a lot of challenges and traps. Be sure to like and comment if you enjoy watching us fight for freedom.
Yeah, Labrador, this prison is not for the faint-hearted. Every step here is a challenge. Look at these walls. It's like something out of a prison escape movie.
Hey Dobby, remember when we used to build our prisons out of blankets and pillows as kids? Ha ha ha, those were the days. Now it's much more serious.
Exactly. But instead of pillows, there are laser traps and surveillance cameras here. But we can handle it. By the way, did you know that Digadago is not just fiction? It's a family of cowboys, cookies, nuggets, and other tasty foods.
Wow, really? Well, we'll be the first. Let's stick to the plan. We get through the parkour, then escape from Digadago.
It's like we're in a cartoon, like in missions from old movies. Labrador, could you be a real-life spy?
Maybe, but I'd want cool gadgets like James Bond. Haha, alright, let's go, but quietly.
A nugget cowboy is chasing us. We need to run as fast as we can. Honestly, he looks really cute. I don't even know what he could do to us. A nugget cowboy is chasing us. We need to run as fast as we can. Honestly, he looks really cute. I don't even know what he could do to us.
Dobby, did you see that nugget cowboy? He looks like a live chicken in a cowboy outfit. Run faster before he catches us.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. Are we in a cartoon? That nugget even has a gun. Come on, Labrador, jump over these planks.
Be careful, don't fall. They look unreliable. It's like something out of an old Western movie. I can almost hear Ennio Morricone's music.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there were saloons and cowboys on horses here. Hey, did you ever dream of becoming a cowboy?
Well, as a kid, yeah, but I never imagined a nugget cowboy. Oh, careful, there he is, right behind us.
Come on, Labrador. Just imagine we're in an exciting Western. Only instead of a regular sheriff, we're being chased by a creepy nugget. Ha ha!
Ha ha, exactly. Hey, look, there are cacti ahead. Don't run into them. It will hurt.
Haha, yeah, cacti are definitely not our friends. And I noticed there are barrels of dynamite everywhere. Seriously, who left these here?
I guess cowboys had their ways of entertainment too. Listen, we're almost out of this desert. Don't stop now.
Oh, another trap ahead. These wooden bridges could collapse at any moment. Hold on tight.
Let's not end up at the bottom of this canyon. Dobby, what happens if the nugget catches us? Will he offer us a choice of sauces? Ha ha ha.
Ha ha! He'll probably invite us to dinner where we're the main course, but we won't give him that chance. Let's go, Labrador.
Look, we're almost out of this cowboy camp. I see the gates ahead. Run with all your might.
Come on, Labrador. We can do it. And by the way, if anyone asks, we were just passing by and decided to play cowboys and Indians for a bit. Ha ha!
Guys, make sure to like and leave a comment. Dobby, do you remember that special operation in the desert? We were called to investigate the disappearance of entire caravans. No one knew what was behind it, but rumors about a sand monster quickly spread.
Yes, Labrador. That was a real challenge. When we arrived in the desert, the heat and sandstorms made our mission even harder, but everything changed when we first saw that monster.
It looked like a huge sand tornado, spinning at incredible speed and sweeping everything in its path. We saw entire tents and cars lifted into the air and disappearing into this sand whirlwind.
And it wasn't just a natural phenomenon. We noticed the tornado was moving along a specific path, as if someone was controlling it. This made us think there was something more behind it.
We started looking for any signs of control or an energy source that could be managing this sand monster. And this is where our ingenuity helped. We found an old bunker that seemed to have been abandoned for a long time.
When we got inside, we found equipment generating electromagnetic pulses. These pulses were affecting the sand, creating the tornado, and controlling it. Behind it all was a mad scientist using his inventions to get revenge on the city for old grievances.
We shut down the equipment and apprehended the scientist. As soon as the pulses stopped, the sand monster dissipated, and the desert returned to its normal state. The city and the caravans were saved.
That was really tough, just like in the Spider-Man movie against Mysterio, fighting illusions. By the way, I remembered something else. Labrador, did you too? Haha.
That day, when we faced the illusionist, it was one of the toughest cases we've ever encountered. It all started with alarming reports of destroyed cities and disappearing people. The culprit turned out to be none other than the illusionist, who used his drones to create terrifying illusions.
Of course, Labrador. It was a real nightmare. The illusionist transformed into monsters of fire, water, wind, and earth, terrifying people and destroying everything in his path. His drones created such realistic illusions that it was hard to tell them apart from reality.
We knew dealing with this threat wouldn't be easy. We started by gathering information about the illusionist and his drones. It turned out he was a brilliant scientist who turned to the dark side after his research was rejected by society.
We had to act quickly and decisively. We studied his past work and realized he was using advanced technology to control his drones and create illusions. Our task was to find the source of his power and shut it down.
We tracked him to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of the city. That's where he had set up his lab and controlled the drones. The factory was filled with traps and surveillance cameras, but we knew we had no choice.
When we reached the lab, we were met by an army of drones creating monster illusions. Fire dragons, water serpents, tornado whirlwinds, and giant stone golems, all trying to stop us. But we didn't fall for the tricks and kept moving forward.
We used our skills and technology to counter the illusions. Understanding that the monsters were just mirages, we focused all our efforts on destroying the drones. Gradually, their numbers dwindled, and the illusionist began losing control.
Eventually, we reached the illusionist himself. He tried to create one last illusion, a giant monster version of himself, combining all four elements. But we were ready. We used a special device that blocked his signals, and the illusions disappeared.
We arrested him and shut down all the drones. The city was saved and people could breathe a sigh of relief again. This operation showed us the importance of our knowledge, ingenuity, and determination.
Yes, Labrador. We dealt with this threat and protected our city. It was a tough task, but thanks to our persistence and teamwork, we were able to triumph.
Dobie, remember that day when we had to stop the mad scientist who turned himself into a giant lizard? It all started with a distress call about strange incidents at a laboratory on the outskirts of town.
Of course, Labrador. It was one of the weirdest and most dangerous cases in our career. The scientist, Dr. Gecko, was known for his radical experiments. He always dreamed of creating a potion that would give people lizard-like abilities. But something went terribly wrong.
When we arrived, the laboratory was already in ruins. Dr. Gecko, transformed into a giant lizard, had taken to the streets of the city. His goal was clear. He wanted to turn all the residents into lizards to create a new society.
We immediately knew that conventional methods wouldn't stop him. We needed to find a way to neutralize the potion and return Dr. Gecko to his normal state. We started searching his lab for clues.
Inside the lab, we found his notes and formulas. It turned out the potion could be neutralized with a special antidote that Dr. Gecko had developed in case of failure. But creating it required rare ingredients found only in the forest outside the city.
We ventured into the forest and began collecting the necessary plants and minerals. It wasn't easy, as Dr. Gecko had already begun his transformation and his lizard minions were patrolling the woods. We had to sneak past their posts to gather all the ingredients.
When we finally returned to the lab, the most challenging part began, making the antidote. We followed the instructions, but time was running out. Dr. Gecko had already started spreading his potion throughout the city, and the first residents were beginning to transform into lizards.
We managed to create the antidote and poured it into the city's water supply. It was a risky decision, but we had no other choice. Soon after, everyone who drank the water began returning to their normal state. Even Dr. Gecko began shrinking and transforming back into a human.
When Dr. Gecko returned to his normal state, he was stunned and confessed that he hadn't realized the full danger of his experiment. We arrested him and took him to jail, where he would now be held accountable for his actions.
This operation showed us how dangerous experiments can be when they get out of control. But thanks to our perseverance and ingenuity, we were able to save the city and return everyone to normal.
Hey, Dobie, remember that treasure hunt from last week? When we were searching for the treasure the mayor hid somewhere out there?
Of course, Labrador. It was quite an adventure. The mayor really knows how to make things exciting, and as true adventurers, we couldn't miss out on such an opportunity.
I remember how we all dug up every inch of that park. Even Bobby the squirrel joined in. I thought she was hinting at something, but turns out she just wanted a nut.
And do you remember the mayor's cunning clue? Where the grasses are green, there the treasure lies unseen. We were suspicious of nearly every tree.
But in the end, we found the treasure. And what was inside? Gift certificates for pizza. The mayor sure knows how to delight his citizens.
Labrador, that was awesome. Now let's say goodbye to our viewers. Remember, if there are contests in your town, join them. Until next time.
Best of luck to all of you, and until we meet again. Hello, friends, it's Sheriff Labrador and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie here.
Yes, guys. Hello, everyone. Today, we have something special for you. We are diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape Funnies Toy Shop mode.
In this mode, our main task is to escape from the creepy toy shop. But it's not as easy as it seems.
We will have to hide and run away from a scary toy that wants to take us into its toy world.
Friends, hold on tight because it's going to be fun and scary at the same time.
In this mode, we face 6 challenging trials, each testing our skills to the limit. And perhaps at the end, we'll have to fight the toy boss.
Sounds scary and exciting, but we'll manage because we're a team.
We've just turned on the electricity to get some light, and now we're heading down the creepy tunnel to find a way out of here.
Whew, this tunnel looks really spooky. I hope we don't encounter too many traps.
The main thing is to be careful and stick together. Friends, keep your fingers crossed for us because a real challenge awaits us ahead.
What are these footprints? Some kind of monster sneaked into the ventilation and left its tracks here. Maybe we can get in there and find a way out right away. But it looks like we can't. The ventilation is closed, so we'll have to go through this creepy tunnel with broken pipes. Dobie, are you afraid to jump through this hot air?
No, I wasn't afraid. Do you think I'm a coward? We've already been through many scary modes together. I'm almost used to them. By the way, it's better not to look down right now. Wait, do you hear that? Or is it just me?
Dobie, I didn't hear anyone. We're facing a real challenge, a scary labyrinth. Guys, this labyrinth isn't just difficult, it's full of dangers. A giant scary toy will be chasing us. If we don't find the exit in time, it will turn us into one of its toys.
This challenge will make us use all our wits and speed. The labyrinth is huge, and we must be very careful to find the exit as quickly as possible. But don't worry, Labrador and I will guide you.
And remember, friends, this is just the first challenge in this mode. Many more difficulties and puzzles await us ahead. We must be ready for anything and never give up.
Hey, Labrador, this parkour is really tough. It seems like we're tackling the hardest challenges of this mode.
Indeed, Dobie, but this is just the beginning. We have a lot ahead of us. By the way, do you remember what our friends mentioned about the next challenge?
Oh, yes, they mentioned something about red and green colors. They said it's one of the most interesting challenges here. We need to be prepared for anything.
I remember they said these colors are somehow related to choosing paths or solving puzzles. We'll have to be alert and use our wits.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's leave the parkour behind and get ready for the next challenge. Remember, teamwork and attentiveness are our best allies here.
Absolutely, Dobie. Let's move forward. New challenges await us, and we have to prove that sheriffs aren't easy to break.
Green color, run, Labrador! Oh, wait, red color, stop and don't move.
Green light, run, Dobie, run! You've got just a little left. You can make it. Oh no, stop! Red light, no way out. Or as the saying goes,
Labrador, I almost lost because of you. Is there something wrong with your reaction time? The green light was on, but you only mentioned red or stop. Don't you know the difference between green and red? Ha ha.
Sorry, Dobie, I got a bit confused. I'll pay closer attention to signals next time. Don't worry, I'll react faster in the next challenge.
We breezed through the second trial from this strange living toy, and now we just need to climb up and start the third trial. Honestly, I thought it would be easier. This is the toughest challenge for us.
You're right. I hope you guys subscribe to our channel and give us likes for our efforts. These are indeed very tough trials, but the third trial will be even 100 times harder. I doubt my friend told me.
Hey, Labrador, look what's on the horizon for us. Our task is to climb up this tower made of toy blocks before that Titan robot toy catches us and crushes us.
Yes, Dobie, it looks really dangerous. We need to devise a tactic to hold out for these 40 seconds until the robot breaks down. Let's first explore the surroundings. Maybe we'll find something useful.
Okay, Labrador, let's consider our options. These columns of blocks could be our cover. We can run between them to avoid the robot's grasp.
Great idea, Dobie. We can also use these toy blocks to slow down its movement. Toss them under its feet to create inconvenience and buy us valuable seconds.
Right, Labrador. And let's not forget about our teamwork. Let's coordinate. One of us distracts the robot while the other navigates along the edge of the tower. This way, we can divide its attention and gain more time.
Exactly, Dobie. Let's go into action. Let's show this robot who the real sheriffs are around here. Stick to the plan and we'll definitely succeed.
Only 6 seconds left. I'm sure we can survive this. If not, Labrador, you've been the best friend I've had. Hooray! We managed to outsmart the Titan robot. Honestly, it was quite dumb. Just a clumsy piece of metal crushing everything in its path.
I think we shouldn't have opened this door. It's really creepy here. This looks like the location where we need to find the exit and escape from the main character of this mode. Well, wish us luck, subscribers.
Hey, Labrador, look who's chasing us now. It's a living toy, and it's tearing after us through this abandoned toy warehouse. We need to keep moving and not let it catch up to us, or we could be its next victim.
Whoa, Dobie, this looks really terrifying. Let's use our knowledge and experience to get out of this situation. We have to find a way to evade it.
I see a car ahead. Could it be the way out to freedom? No, it doesn't look like it. There's lava below. Where did lava come from in a toy store? Some monster must have created this.
While we're driving, I wanted to tell you something. Yesterday, we received a call from the owner of the toy store. He informed us that toys had been disappearing and all the surveillance cameras were turned off. This prompted Dobie and me to rush to the scene.
Yes, Labrador is right. When we arrived, the store seemed empty and abandoned, with scattered toys and plush animals everywhere.
We began our investigation and discovered Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel hiding in the far corner of the store. It turned out they were taking the toys, thinking they were for their children.
When we asked them why they didn't use the surveillance cameras, they said they didn't know how to turn them on and were just trying to do something nice for their kids.
In the end, we clarified the situation and offered them to visit the store during business hours to purchase toys. They apologized for the trouble and promised not to take anything without permission again.
So, friends, sometimes mysterious disappearances aren't caused by dark forces. Sometimes it's just parents trying to make their children's lives brighter.
It seems like we've been through a lot, but now we're facing the fourth trial, which is proving to be a real challenge.
Yes, Labrador, this trial feels like games such as Mario. We need to run and jump, avoiding traps, and collecting everything that can help us stop the huge head of this living toy that's trying to catch and eat us.
Ahead of us are platforms, traps, and obstacles, but we won't give up. Let's use our agility and quick reflexes to overcome this level.
Labrador, watch carefully. There are traps on the ground. Either avoid them or collect them so we can use them against the head of the living toy.
Recently, we had a situation that unfolded during an evening excursion in another country with my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie. We decided to take local school children on a tour, sharing our adventures and the responsibilities of sheriffs, aiming to inspire them and demonstrate the importance of attentiveness and responsibility. The walk led us to an abandoned house where the children marveled at the ancient walls and tangled vines. Our tales came to life in the cozy shadow under a starry sky, when suddenly I noticed that one of the students, little Sammy, had gone missing. With a sinking heart, we began searching, scouring every corner of the abandoned house. My heart raced as we heard rustling from above. In the attic, among old rusty beams, we found Sammy sitting on the edge, waving his arms as if hoping to take flight like a superhero. Sammy, scared and subdued, sat quietly on the roof as we approached him. We took his hands and carefully guided him down, soothing his frazzled nerves. Returning to the group, we hugged each student, feeling exhausted yet grateful. This incident reminded us of the importance of our work and how our stories can inspire and educate the next generation.
I remember how it was. I was really nervous. By the way, did we complete the last level or not? I wonder what awaits us next. I hope we won't have to fight the final boss. I'm actually a bit scared of that.
This toy train seems very suspicious. I don't think the exit is here, but we have no other options. Get comfortable, Dobie. We're in for a long ride.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador. I hope we won't encounter any screamers along the way. and everything will be quiet.
Oh no, it was a trap. What do we do? We're falling straight down. We're going to crash.
Sheriff Labrador, are you here? I see the final game.
Yes, I'm here. This location seems to be the final one. Oh wait, it's that living toy in a robot suit. How do we defeat it? Guys, we've encountered the main boss. A living toy robot threatening us with its lasers and enormous metal structure.
Yes, Labrador, this robot means business. It's shooting from all its weapons and trying to crush us with its huge feet.
But we won't give up. To defeat this boss, we need to target its weak spot, the legs. We have rocket launchers and we need to hit it directly in the legs.
Let's act quickly and in sync. Labrador, you take the rocket launcher on the right, I'll take the one on the left. Let's focus fire on its legs while we have the chance.
Notice how it's opening the vents on its legs? Now's our chance to attack. Fire the rockets.
Great shot, Labrador. We've wounded its leg. Just a bit more, and we'll do it.
The boss is getting more aggressive. Watch out. Dodge the lasers and keep attacking its legs.
Another rocket hit the mark. The leg is starting to smoke. We're almost there.
We're almost there, and we'll defeat this evil robot. Hooray! We've managed to destroy it. It wasn't for nothing that they called me Diamond Eye at the Sheriff Academy. I truly am a sharpshooter. Now, we just need to find a way out of here.
Guys, you're all simply the best. You helped us defeat that toy robot. I hope we really won, and it's not another trap.
Yes, my friend. We actually managed to beat this super challenging level. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye for now. Hello friends, it's me again, Sheriff Labrador, and today we have a special episode.
Hi everyone. Yes, Sheriff Labrador, I am already excited.
Together with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie, we will tell you about the most beautiful and challenging mode in Roblox. Escape the Carnival of Terror Obby.
This mode is simply incredible. You enter a mysterious and eerie carnival full of dangers and unexpected twists.
Let's start from the very beginning. As soon as you enter the game, you are greeted by a spooky carnival lit only by dim lanterns. Dangerous traps and evil ghost clowns patrolling the area are scattered everywhere. Your task is to avoid them at all costs.
Exactly. The first stage is a maze of inflatable castles. You need to be very careful and quick not to fall into the clown's hands. I advise you to watch your step carefully to avoid the traps.
Yes, and that's just the beginning. Next, you will face the mirror room, where it is easy to get lost. The main thing here is to remember the path and not to panic. Mirrors can be deceiving, so don't let them confuse you.
And don't forget about the Ferris wheel. It looks beautiful, but inside it is full of dangerous mechanisms. You need to be very attentive and not stop, so you don't end up in a trap.
We need to go through these rusty pipes. Oh no, the fire touched us. We'll have to start over. And of course, we can't forget about the final part, the escape through the horror attraction. This is the most challenging part, where you will have to use all your skills and agility to reach the exit.
Friends, this mode is truly amazing. It is not only challenging, but also incredibly beautiful. We are sure you will love it. We are now in the very heart of the Carnival of Horrors, in the house of the Clownity. Just look at this grim place. We have to complete a parkour over old stinky pipes, and below us lies an abyss.
Yes, this is really frightening. The stinky pipes are not just a test of our agility, but also a true test of endurance. The foul smell is awful, but we need to focus and move forward.
Watch your step, Sheriff Labrador. If we slip, we'll fall into that bottomless pit. We need to be extremely careful and watch every step we take. Let's take this slowly and steadily.
Good plan, Sheriff Dobie. Do you see that narrow pipe ahead? We need to jump onto it and then move along the wall. The key is not to rush and to maintain our balance.
Great, I'm ready. Go ahead, Labrador, you first. I'll cover you. This is probably one of the toughest stages in this mode, but we'll make it, right?
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. Okay, one jump, then another. Carefully. Got it. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Got it. I'm coming. One jump, another. Yes, I did it. Now we need to walk along this narrow pipe. It's slippery, so hold on tight.
Now we are in the scariest part, the torture room. There are saws everywhere, and we need to somehow make our way through this madness and get outside, where the clown's amusement park awaits us.
Yes, this is a real nightmare. These saws spin so fast that one mistake could cost us our lives. We need to move very carefully and precisely time our actions.
Look, Dobie, the saws move in a specific pattern. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment when they stop for a split second. That's when we need to dash through.
I made it through too. Can't you see me? Wow, look at this beautiful amusement park. The Ferris wheel, roller coasters, and so much more.
We're now running away from the scariest clown in this carnival. He wants to turn us into his dolls, and we urgently need to find a way to escape. Look, ahead of us is the Ferris wheel. That's our chance to get out.
Up, up! The clown is still behind us. Let's go, Labrador. We can do this.
Yes, we're at the top. What a view! From here, we can see the entire carnival. The clown won't catch us here.
Phew, that was intense. But we did it, Labrador. Now we're safe.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us likes. It's the best gift from you that each of you can give us.
For subscribing, I'll tell you a secret story. Our adventure began when we received an urgent call to the amusement park. Who would have thought that a giant dinosaur would appear in this creepy carnival and start wreaking havoc?
Yes, when we arrived, the scene was just terrible. The dinosaur knocked over the Ferris wheel, and it started rolling towards the sea. We realized that if it wasn't stopped, there would be big problems.
The first thing we did was try to get the dinosaur's attention so it would stop destroying the park. Labrador, do you remember how we used loud noises to distract it?
Of course, Dobie. We started sounding sirens and launching fireworks. It worked, and the dinosaur temporarily stopped. This gave us some time to figure out how to stop the Ferris wheel.
The wheel was almost at the sea when we realized we could use construction cranes to hold it back. We quickly climbed the nearest cranes and started moving them towards the wheel.
It was tough, but we made it in time. We stopped the wheel, and it ceased rolling. Meanwhile, the dinosaur started moving towards us again.
We knew we had to act quickly. While Labrador was dealing with the wheel, I went to find a way to calm the dinosaur. I found a big net and some strong tranquilizers. Just in time, we managed to sedate the dinosaur before it could start destroying everything again.
It was a real team effort. We saved the amusement park and prevented a huge disaster. Friends, always remember that in such situations, coordinated work and quick thinking are crucial.
Yes, Labrador, we did it! Friends, if you liked our story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are always ready for new adventures in the world of Roblox and are happy to share them with you.
Whoa, Dobie, this portal has teleported us to a new location. A volcano is erupting around us and lava is flowing beneath us. This is insane.
Yes, Labrador, this looks very dangerous. We have to be extremely careful. Look, there are many fire traps and challenging parkour ahead. We need to be quick and precise in our movements.
Right, Dobie, let's start by carefully observing the trajectory of these fire traps. We need to understand when they activate so we can dash through between the bursts.
Look, the first trap activates every 5 seconds. We have to wait for the right moment and quickly dash through. Ready?
Ready, 1, 2, 3, now. Great, I made it. Your turn, Dobie.
Here I go. Now! Who made it? Look, ahead is a narrow bridge over the lava. It looks very fragile, so we need to move slowly and carefully.
Keep your balance, Dobie. Look straight ahead and don't look down. We can make it if we're careful. One step at a time. Great, we're almost to the other side.
We did it, but there's another big fire trap ahead. We need to wait for the right moment again and dash through quickly.
Right, let's focus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, now. Whew, that was close, but we did it. Next, we need to jump over the lava flows.
Labrador, look, these platforms are moving. We need to time our jumps correctly to avoid landing in the lava. I'll jump first. Now! Great! I'm on the platform. Your turn.
Hey, here I come. Jump. Made it. We're doing great, Dobie. Just a few more jumps and we'll reach a safe place.
Come on, Labrador. Just a bit more. Jump. And another. Yes, we did it. We made it through all the fire traps and parkour.
Wow, do you see how beautiful and spooky it is here? It looks like someone is having a party. So, shall we go to their house? This clown hasn't had enough of us yet, and now we're going to play some mini-games from him. Wish us luck, subscribers. Dobie, remember the story about the clown park? Recently, we were called to the clown park. There were rumors that everyone who visited the clown's room disappeared without a trace. We decided to investigate.
Yes, Labrador. Those rumors were too strange to ignore. When we entered the park, the atmosphere immediately felt sinister, especially that clown room.
Exactly, Dobie. The entrance to the room was decorated with rusty chains and cracked masks that seemed to watch our every move. We immediately felt that something was very wrong here.
Inside, it was even worse. The walls were covered with faded posters of circus performances that looked like they came from an old nightmare. The air was thick with the smell of mold and decay.
Agreed. There were dolls scattered haphazardly on the floor, looking like they had been thrown in a hurry. And the walls had strange stains that resembled dried blood.
And those eerie clown paintings on the walls. They were painted with such creepy precision that it felt like the clowns were about to come to life. In the corner of the room, we found a huge chest labeled toys. But when we opened it...
Yes, inside were old tattered clown costumes and wigs. And one more thing, a small diary where someone had detailed the disappearances. It was horrifying.
Reading those entries was chilling. They described how the clown lured his victims by offering them a special performance. But none of them ever returned. We knew we had to be extremely careful.
We continued to search the room and found a hidden door behind one of the posters. Behind it was a narrow corridor leading into the darkness. We decided we had to find out what was down there.
The corridor led us to a massive door, which we found out was the dressing room.
It seems this is where the clown turned people into his friends, applying makeup to make them unrecognizable. This explains why no one ever returned. Those who left this room were completely transformed. Even their close friends and family couldn't recognize them. This is pure madness. I'm really nervous too. You never know what's waiting around the next corner, but I think this ramp might be our way out of this level.
Hold on, Labrador. We're taking off. Oh no, what is this darkness?
Hooray! We made it through this level. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned. There's a lot more exciting stuff ahead. Until next time.
Goodbye, and remember, always hold on tight on those roller coasters of horror.
What? Where are we, Dobie?
I don't know, but it looks a lot like a children's room, with toys everywhere.
Wait a minute, it can't be. This looks like the Evil Doll's room. Hello, everyone! Today, Dobie and I are going to escape from the Evil Doll's house. What will we encounter?
And what awaits us will be a multitude of amazing and mysterious challenges. Our goal is not only to escape, but also to defeat the Evil Doll herself.
Just look at this room. It even has a special atmosphere that makes you start to feel like a child again.
I completely agree with you, Labrador. Today we will also plunge into childhood and explore the house of this doll.
So, it looks like we need to go through this small passage. The arrows lead to the house. Hopefully, the battle with the doll won't start too soon.
We picked up some candy. I wouldn't try it. She might have poisoned it. We need to find 10 of these candies.
It seems like we need to jump here. Let's postpone it for a bit and explore this house. Maybe we'll find something useful here.
Great. It wasn't in vain that we looked around. We found another candy.
Hooray! Checkpoint so we can die.
How much she loves herself, hanging her own portraits. I think you took your phrase too seriously. There was no need to die for a check.
I accidentally thought it was okay to walk there.
Ahead is another hole. Where are we descending to? It's like we're not far from hell.
Doesn't look like hell. It's a mountain of dishes here.
Listen, for me, a mountain of dishes is hell. I hate washing them.
And I'm the opposite. I enjoy it. I turn on my favorite playlist and sing along. It really lifts my spirits.
It's very strange. It seems like this place hasn't been cleaned in years. Maybe instead of washing dishes, she just buys new ones?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I can't think of any other explanation for this mess.
It feels like we still have forever to go. I don't see the end in the distance. These arrows do have a mesmerizing effect, almost as if they're intentionally arranged to create an illusion or induce hallucinations.
Did you notice that in this room the floor is lava? But I see roses in this lava. It seems like these are hallucinations.
I see them too. Great, we've reached another checkpoint.
It seems like there's finally an end. Phew, I hope the next location won't involve parkour. I'm a bit tired already.
Some creepy toys, perhaps a demon has possessed them, or the souls of children are trapped inside them. Brr! Scary. By the way, did you know that in Poppy Playtime, the toys aren't actually bloody, but it's a mixture of red poppy? I recently studied the storyline of this game. It's very interesting.
No, I didn't know. I'll definitely check it out in my free time, but just look at how we were fooled. It turns out we didn't see the real end, but now we can see the house in the distance. It seems like we should head there.
Let's hurry up then. I can even see a Ferris wheel. It's a very interesting location. I'd like the amusement park to be close to our police station.
Hey, Dobie, have you ever thought about candies?
Of course, Lab. Who doesn't love sweets?
True that. But do you have a favorite candy?
Well, I think my choice is chocolate candies with nuts. What about you?
I prefer caramel candies. They're like a sweet sound in the middle of the workday.
Agreed. Sometimes caramel can be a real lifesaver. But you know what's even better than candies?
I don't think anything can be better than candies. Well, maybe even more candies.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the same page with you. Candies are just incredibly delicious.
You just look at her. Why is she sitting there staring at us and didn't even say hello?
It seems to me she pretended to be an inanimate doll, but was actually watching us.
Then it's even scarier. Maybe we need to walk around here and find a way to open the gates.
Here it is, the button. Looks like we need to press 3 of these.
It says you can hide here. Looks like we're about to face some dangerous challenge.
Let's go.
And here she is, descending on her long braids. How does she see anything with those eyes?
Oops, let's hide quickly. I want to watch her from a safe place.
Let's climb higher. Maybe she won't notice us that way.
Did you see that? Her braids just flickered past the room. I'd hold my breath.
We mustn't forget our current task, namely to press 2 more buttons.
It's good that we took a look around. It's never unnecessary. Actually, I see quite a few rooms here where we can hide, so this challenge will be very easy for us, especially considering that we have experience as sheriffs.
I constantly hear her whispering. It's very unsettling.
Oh no, she's behind us. We need to hurry and press this button and hide. Let's lighten the mood and ease the tension by telling the folks a couple of interesting stories.
Okay, let me get started. It was a regular morning in our quiet town. Sheriff Dobie and I decided to relax a bit and headed to our favorite corner cafe to enjoy some delicious donuts and good conversation. Just as we were starting to savor the aroma of fresh donuts, our tranquility was suddenly disrupted. We received a call from the evil ice cream vendor who allegedly hypnotized children with his ice cream and demanded ransom. Without hesitation, we abandoned the donuts and rushed to the scene. The situation was serious, and we needed to act quickly. Upon arrival at the ice cream stand, we found a group of children with blank, trance-like stares, as if they were indeed under hypnosis. We realized that the ice cream contained some strange component that affected the children's minds. Without wasting any time, we devised a plan. I distracted the ice cream vendor by asking him questions about his ice cream, while Dobie searched for and destroyed the source of the hypnotic influence. Thanks to our coordinated efforts, we were able to expose the villain and free all the children from his control. We apprehended the ice cream vendor and handed him over to the police.
Great story, Labrador. In the meantime, we've passed the first mini-challenge and are tackling the parkour again. Let me continue our tales. Waking up to the unexpected sounds of fireworks, I immediately sensed that something was amiss. After all, it was still early in the morning, and such loud noises didn't fit the usual order of things in our town. Getting out of bed, I realized that I needed to check what was going on. Stepping outside, my nose caught something strange. The smell of smoke and fire. Sheriff Labrador, my faithful partner, was already waiting for me outside my house, and his expression said it all. Something serious had happened. Following our instincts, we decided to investigate the area where we heard the fireworks. Soon enough, we found the source of the smoke. A warehouse storing goods for our town was on fire. We quickly approached the scene and began unraveling the puzzle. The traces left at the crime scene told us that it was the work of malicious criminals, unwilling to bring anything good to our town. Gathering all possible evidence, we concluded that our task was to find the culprits and prevent further attacks on our community. Thanks to our efforts and meticulous investigation, we were able to track down the criminals and arrest them before they could do any more harm.
Dobie, you remembered another captivating story as well, but I can already feel that we're close to our goal. The final battle with the boss, the evil doll, is just around the corner. But before that, I want to share one more of my stories. After a long and well-deserved break, when Dobie and I finally returned to work, I felt full of enthusiasm and ready for action. However, to our surprise, the first few hours on duty were completely calm. Not a single call came in, and I began to find it suspicious. Suspicions grew when I noticed that our antenna wasn't transmitting signals. Apparently, something had happened to the wires. We started checking and found that the wires had been chewed through. The culprit turned out to be an evil raccoon, who clearly didn't want us to receive calls and be able to help people. Realizing immediately that our communication was disrupted, I pressed the SOS button to alert the other sheriffs about the problem. We couldn't afford to leave our town unprotected due to unexpected technical issues. Soon after that, The calls started pouring in one after another. It was obvious that people needed our help, and there was no time to waste. Dobie and I immediately headed to the scenes to assist those in need.
Oh my god, while you were telling us your story, we've already started battling the evil doll. Let's give her a fight.
Did you see how that giant candy nearly hit us on the head? We need to not only aim at it, but also dodge its attacks.
She seems to really love sweets. How is she not stuck in another place? Oh, she's a doll.
Shoot more accurately, our shots are missing.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
By the way, Dobie, have you ever thought about the harm of sweets?
Of course, Lab. Sweets can be delicious, but they can also be harmful, especially if consumed in excess.
Exactly. I've noticed that lately our residents have been consuming too many sweets. This can lead to health problems, especially for children.
Yes, and not just for children. We need to inform our citizens about the importance of balanced nutrition and limiting the consumption of sweets.
Agreed. Let's organize a campaign to educate people about the dangers of excessive sugar consumption. Together, we can make our city healthier and stronger.
Yes, we did it. Well done, Sheriff Labrador.
Hold on. Maybe we haven't won yet. I'm not quite sure what she's doing right now.
It seems like I understand what's about to happen, and I'm glad about it.
Oh my, what a ridiculous death. It must be quite embarrassing, especially considering she almost had us for dinner.
Absolutely! It's time to celebrate our victory for real now!
Sometimes even the cringiest dances feel like a victory lap, don't they?
I agree with you, but it's still good that other players don't see it.
It seems like we've reached the end of this place, which means it's time to wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching us escape from this house today, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, don't forget to suggest other Roblox places for us to play. We're not saying goodbye. See you later. Hey guys, today Dobie and I are playing the Roblox game mode Barry Xe Prison Run. Get ready for some cool challenges and fun. By the way, don't forget to like and leave a comment.
Hi, friends. Oh, yes. We're in for an adrenaline-filled prison escape. And from what I've heard, Barry himself is watching us. The guard turned into a monster by an evil scientist.
Yeah, he looks like he had one too many protein shakes last night. Look, he's standing at the entrance, and he's definitely not happy to see us.
Labrador, are you sure this is a good idea? That Barry looks like he ate all the inmates for dinner. All right, let's go. The first obstacle course begins.
The sewer smells terrible. Barry really stunk up the place. I regret feeding him beans. Wow, it's so creepy here, Dobie. We still have to face the final bosses. I hope you've been training, because we're in for a powerful shootout today. Dobie, what is this creepy place? We're in the sewers, and I think I smell... I don't even want to know what it is. Oh no!
Oh no, Labrador! Look, someone is coming. It's the scary guard Barry. He looks like he ate the whole school for breakfast yesterday.
Quick, we need to run away from him. Do you see that ladder? We need to climb up to the second floor.
Labrador, don't forget about my acrophobia. Oh well, let's go. Just don't look back.
All right, Dobie, I've got your back. Haha, it's like we're in a spy movie. Except instead of lasers, we have the sewer and an angry guard. I can hear his boots clanging on the metal plates. Dobie, look at these rusty pipes. Are we supposed to walk on them? They could fall at any moment.
Oh, Labrador, don't worry. You once said you're light as a feather. Let's put that to the test.
Thanks for the compliment, Dobie. But if I fall, I won't forget this. Hold on tight or Barry will catch up to us.
Oh, Barry, I hope he doesn't decide to climb the pipes. They definitely won't hold him. Although, if they fall on him, it might help us out.
Look, there's a ventilation duct ahead. Let's quickly get in there before the pipes fall. Barry is really close now.
Faster, Labrador. I can feel everything creaking under my feet. Great, I'm in the vent first. You follow me?
Dobie, you're like a rat squeezing into any gap. Oh, it's dark and cramped in here. I hope we don't run into any spiders. Dobie, have you ever heard the story about the scary guard Barry?
Of course, Labrador, but I heard that recently an even scarier guard named Bry appeared. They say he's even worse than Barry. Let me tell you about it.
Go ahead, Dobie. I'm curious to hear what kind of horrors you've got.
Well, it all started when Bry was just an ordinary guard in the quietest and calmest prison. But one night, an experiment happened that changed everything. An evil scientist decided to conduct an experiment to create a super guard. And Bry became his guinea pig.
Guinea pig? I imagine Bry with ears and a tail. Ha ha!
Labrador, it would be funny if it weren't so scary. The experiment went wrong, and Bry turned into a real monster. He became twice as big, stronger, and grew terrifying claws. They say his roar can be heard for miles.
Wow, that sounds creepy. But wait, you said his roar can be heard for miles? Maybe it's just his snoring?
Ah, ha, ha, maybe. But the most interesting thing is that since then, strange things started happening in the prison. Inmates began to disappear, and the cells became empty.
Disappear? Maybe they just found a secret exit and decided to escape from Bry? I'd do the same.
Maybe. But Bry started hunting everyone who tried to escape. They say he knows all the ins and outs and can appear out of nowhere. One inmate said he saw Bry moving through walls like a ghost.
Through walls? Well, now I definitely won't sleep. I shouldn't have agreed to the night shift in this prison.
They also say that Bry feeds on fears. The more scared you are, the stronger he becomes. So, Labrador, don't be afraid, and we'll be safe.
Easier said than done, Dobie. But you know what? We have flashlights, and if anything, we can always blind him.
Great plan. And don't forget our secret weapon, a good sense of humor. If Bry finds us, we'll just tell him a few jokes. Maybe he'll laugh and let us go.
Yeah, the main thing is not to panic. If we see Bry, we'll joke until the end. Maybe he'll just give up and run away from us.
Exactly, Labrador. We can handle any monster, even one as scary as Bry. And if anything, we always have Plan B. Run as fast as we can.
Dobie, do you see that? Fat Chef Harry is coming right at us, and he looks like he ate all the food supplies in the cafeteria.
Oh, wow, Labrador. Harry really is scary. We need to do something and fast. Oh, look, there's a bazooka lying there. But it's strange. It shoots food.
A food-shooting bazooka? Is this a new method of fighting hunger? Let's give it a try. Maybe Harry will eat enough and become nicer.
Ha ha ha! Just imagine him getting bigger and bigger from our shooting. But it looks like we don't have a choice. Aim at him, Labrador.
Dobie, we've got pies left. Harry, for dessert, we have cherry pie. Catch.
Excellent, Labrador. Looks like he's almost full. I mean defeated. One more shot and he'll go down.
That was awesome, Dobie, and fun, to be honest. Harry will definitely be afraid to go near the kitchen now.
Exactly, Labrador. And it's time for us to move on. Who knows what other challenges await us ahead?
One day, we were contacted by our old acquaintance, the chief prison guard, Jackson. He told us about strange rumors and suspicions that something was amiss in the prison. The inmates spoke of secret passages and strange occurrences. Jackson offered us an unusual assignment. He would place us undercover in the prison, and our task was to find out what was happening and try to escape.
And so, Labrador, we found ourselves in a cell. We were registered as new inmates, and Jackson made sure none of the guards knew who we really were. The first few days, we studied our surroundings, got to know other inmates, and looked for any clues.
Yes, Dobie. It turned out that the rumors were not unfounded. We heard from one inmate that the underground passages really existed, and some of the inmates were using them for escapes and smuggling. We decided to find out more and locate these passages.
We started by searching for maps and building plans. One evening, when all the inmates were asleep, we sneaked into the archives. It was risky, but we knew this was our chance to find something important, and we got lucky. We found old plans indicating the existence of underground tunnels.
With the maps in hand, we began looking for the entrance to the tunnels. It turned out that one of them was right under our cell. We patiently waited for the guards to be distracted, and then we started digging.
After several hours, we found the entrance to the tunnel. It was narrow and dark, but it was our path to freedom. We started moving through it, trying not to make a sound. The tunnel had many branches, and every step could have been our last if we were discovered.
We followed the tunnel, guided by the map. Suddenly, we heard footsteps. Someone else was using the tunnel. We hid and saw a group of inmates carrying contraband. This confirmed our suspicions.
We decided not to interfere so as not to give ourselves away, and continued on. At the end of the tunnel, another surprise awaited us. A locked door. Fortunately, we had a lockpick, and after a few attempts, the door gave way.
We emerged outside, but it wasn't the end. We needed to get off the prison grounds unnoticed. We used the shadows and cover to make our way to the fence. Finally, we climbed over it and found ourselves free.
Our mission was complete. We returned to Jackson and reported all our findings. He thanked us and said he now had all the evidence he needed to conduct an investigation and restore order in the prison.
This experience was not only a test for us, but also an important lesson. We learned how crucial it is to be attentive and prepared for any surprises. And most importantly, we realized that working as a team is our strength.
Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new stories and learn more about our work.
It was one of those days when everything seemed calm and routine. Dobie and I decided to have a little fun and throw a small celebration for our team at the police station. We recently bought a big, beautiful firework to celebrate our station's anniversary.
Exactly, Labrador. We thought it would be a great idea to lift everyone's spirits and bring some joy to our colleagues. We hid the firework in the storage room so no one would notice and planned to set it off in the evening after our shift. However, things didn't go as planned.
That day, the station was a bit tense. We were handling our usual tasks when suddenly something unexpected happened. One of our colleagues accidentally spilled a hot drink near the storage room where we kept the firework. The flames quickly spread to the box of fireworks.
I heard a loud bang and smelled smoke coming from the storage room. We immediately knew what had happened. The fire started spreading very fast. We knew that if the firework exploded inside the building, the consequences would be catastrophic.
Without hesitation, we began evacuating everyone in the building. We shouted for everyone to get outside and warned them of the potential danger. Meanwhile, I ran to the storage room to try and put out the fire.
Labrador, you acted incredibly fast. I grabbed every fire extinguisher I could find and joined you. We started fighting the fire, trying to reach the source before the fireworks could go off.
Everything seemed to happen in slow motion. The fire was intense, but we kept fighting. Finally, we managed to reach the box of fireworks and threw it into a large metal container where it was less dangerous.
When the fire was extinguished and the fireworks no longer posed a threat, we went outside where all the staff were standing in alarm. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the building didn't suffer serious damage. It was a true miracle.
We explained to our colleagues what had happened and apologized for our mistake. Everyone took it with understanding, but we realized how serious the consequences of even the most innocent fun could be. Thanks everyone for watching. This isn't the end. We'll see you again soon. Hello everyone, Sheriff Labrador here. Can you guess who we're escaping from today? And by the way, I'm not alone.
Yes, Dobie is here too.
As you can see, we're in the house trapped by the evil grandmother. Our task for today is to escape from here. We need to be quiet so as not to wake her up.
But it's not that simple. Don't let her age fool you. She has built a complex of challenges in her house.
Look, she threw away our photo. It seems she hates us.
Let's start the escape. Oh, look, this is a photo of that old man we've already run away from. Looks like they're married.
Oh no, I hope she doesn't wake up from this. Yes, I remember how we escaped from that old man. Be sure to check it out on our channel.
Wow, it looks like this vent led straight to the attic of this house. I hope that Grandma doesn't catch us here. Oh, she even set up mines.
She probably loves cats since there's a photo of one hanging in her attic. Although, all grandmas love cats.
Why do you think this old lady put us in a cage?
As she probably wanted to make soup out of us.
Oh, look, I just noticed we're at a great height, and there are spikes below us.
I hope we don't fall right into the grandmother's mouth when we come out of the ventilation.
I hope so too. It would be tragic if she ate us right away.
There's a lot of dust in this ventilation. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, look, this grandma is right in front of us. I hope she doesn't wake up right now. Let's jump onto her belly.
Oh, that was unexpected, but it's good she didn't notice us.
Look, are those teeth in a jar? Fee!
I agree, that's disgusting. All right, we need to hurry before she wakes. I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
She's running right after us.
Sue, what are these snotty green cookies? We'd better not step on them.
She's even farting.
Oh no, she's too close. She might grab us by the tail.
Look, there's a red button in front of us. We need to press it quickly.
This button opened a passage ahead. Let's run there before the evil grandma catches us.
Oh, look how red the evil grandma turned. We should jump next to her.
Look, now she's not even paying attention to us.
There are so many cookies here. I was right when I said she really loves cookies.
The evil grandma is so clumsy that she even knocked over the glass of milk.
Grandma completely forgot about us. She's not even trying to chase us anymore.
Oh, look, it's a giant fan that will lift us straight up.
There are traps along our path set by the evil grandma, but we won't give up. We'll easily overcome them.
I completely agree with you, Dobie. There are no obstacles on our path that we cannot overcome.
Oh, we almost fell back down. We need to be more careful.
Hooray, we've overcome those traps.
Don't celebrate too soon. Let's see what awaits us next behind this door.
Look, we've ended up in some sort of dungeon.
Let's jump on these geysers. I think they'll help us move forward.
Hey, Dobie, don't you think it's getting too hot in here?
I agree with you. It's getting too hot here. Let's get out of here quickly and eat some cold ice cream.
Shoo, the board broke right under us. I hope that doesn't happen again.
Look, There's ventilation again. I think we should climb into it.
The ventilation is dusty again. I hope there are no spiders here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a giant spider here.
Oh no, we fell into the room where the evil grandma is knitting.
I hope we don't meet her here. I wouldn't want her to knit a scarf out of us.
Listen, it sounds like something gigantic is rolling nearby. Oh, Dobie, I wasn't imagining it. A giant ball of yarn just rolled past us. Oh no, we didn't quite make it to the safe spot in time. I hope we can reach a safe spot before the next one squashes us flat.
I think we just had a bit of bad luck with the timing.
How convenient that there are holes in the walls. If they weren't there, we would have been flattened a long time ago.
Oh, I can see the exit. I hope the end is near.
Hey, Dobie, to make it more exciting as we head towards the final showdown with the evil grandma, let's remember how we saved the city from the evil robot.
Of course, it was one of those days when everything seemed calm until the nightmare began. The sky darkened and a giant evil robot appeared on the horizon, casting a shadow over our town. The townsfolk were panicking, and we, Sheriffs Dobie and Labrador, knew we had to act fast.
First, we had to calm the people down and organize the evacuation of those in the danger zone. But then we decided to find out more about this monstrous machine.
We were shocked to discover that the robot was controlled by a deranged inventor who had lost control of his creation. The robot was rampaging through the town, causing havoc and destruction.
We realized there was no time to waste. We needed to act swiftly to save the town. We assembled a team and gathered all the resources we could find to stop this mechanical menace.
We devised a plan to disable the robot. It was risky, but we had no other choice. We had to protect our town and its people.
Using our knowledge of mechanics and some heavy-duty equipment, we managed to create a powerful electromagnetic pulse, EMP, device. Our goal was to get close enough to the robot to activate the EMP and shut it down.
With the help of our brave team, we set up a diversion to distract the robot while we got into position. It was dangerous, but we were determined to succeed.
As the robot focused on the diversion, Dobie and I made our move. We got close enough to activate the EMP, and with a loud hum, the robot started to malfunction.
The giant robot staggered and then collapsed, its systems fried by the EMP. The immediate threat was over, but we knew we had to secure the area and ensure the robot was completely disabled.
Working together, we dismantled the robot piece by piece, making sure it couldn't be reactivated. The townsfolk began to emerge from their hiding places, grateful and relieved.
Saving the town from the giant robot, we understood that the power of our unity and determination could overcome any challenge. Thanks to our joint effort, the town was saved, and Labrador and I are proud to have helped our community in its hour of need.
Did you see that giant pool filled with cookies? She's definitely crazy.
Yeah, but there's a trap here. Of course, it didn't work on us, but it was still scary. One wrong move and it's all over.
Look, there's another big fan here. Hopefully there are fewer traps this time around.
This fan has propelled us to crazy speeds.
I love speed, especially when I'm racing on my police bike to respond to calls.
Oh, look, the airflow from the fan lifted us up.
Let's jump carefully so we don't fall into the abyss.
This challenge room is longer than I thought. Hopefully, we'll get out of here soon.
Oh, there's a new obstacle ahead, but we're not afraid of it.
It's interesting why the evil old lady set up these challenges for us.
I think it's useless to dwell on that. Our main priority is to escape from here.
Oh, we weren't careful enough going through that obstacle course. Next time, we should watch our step more closely.
Carefulness and professionalism are crucial aspects of our work.
These pipes are taking us higher and higher. The main thing is not to fall into that abyss.
I think the exit from here is coming up soon. The key is not to rush, and everything will work out.
It's getting boring. Let's tell another story again.
With pleasure. It was one of those serene days when the sun was shining bright and the town was going about its usual business. But then came the relentless rain. At first, it seemed like a passing shower, but it soon became evident that this was no ordinary downpour. The streets were quickly flooding and panic spread among the townspeople. Sheriff Dobie and I knew we had to act swiftly.
First and foremost, we had to calm the frantic residents and swiftly organize the evacuation of those in the flood's path. It was a chaotic scene, with people desperately seeking higher ground as the waters rose.
Once the initial chaos was somewhat under control, we delved into understanding the cause of this sudden deluge.
To our astonishment, we discovered that a reckless scientist was to blame. He had been experimenting with weather control technology and inadvertently triggered this catastrophic flooding.
There was no time to waste. The safety of our town was at stake. We quickly assembled a team of rescuers and set out to confront this new challenge.
Together, we devised a plan to mitigate the flooding and clear the streets. It was risky, but in times of crisis, risks must be taken.
Using specialized equipment and strategic placements, we managed to divert the worst of the flooding away from populated areas and towards safer zones.
Through tireless effort and determination, we were able to stabilize the situation. The water levels began to recede, and the immediate danger passed.
As the town started to recover amidst the cleanup and restoration efforts, Dobie and I reflected on the resilience of our community. It was through our combined efforts and unwavering resolve that we managed to save our town from the brink of disaster.
The experience reinforced to us the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Together, we overcame the challenges posed by the flooding and emerged stronger as a community. Labrador and I take pride in having been able to assist our fellow townsfolk in their time of need.
Hey, Dobie, enough with the story. Look, there's a giant cookie in front of us. Let's get closer to it.
Let's grab it before the evil old lady comes.
I think it's a trap, so be prepared.
We're sheriffs after all. We're always ready.
I guessed it, but it was pretty obvious. What else could the grandma come up with? Look at how many of her clones are here.
When did she manage to multiply like this? I think we need to hurry, or they'll fill up this entire lawn.
Despite all our efforts, the clones of the evil old lady keep coming and coming.
We've already taken almost half of this old lady's health. It's good they gave us a bazooka instead of a revolver. Otherwise, we'd be fighting for a very long time.
Don't celebrate too soon. We need to be more careful or we'll end up trapped here forever.
I've noticed there are two types of grandmas here. Some die from one hit, while others have a lot of HP.
Hooray, we won! That was a thrilling battle.
Oh, I totally agree with you, Labrador. It was not an easy battle.
Now we just need to get out of this cursed house as quickly as possible.
Wow, what a car. It must be some powerful sports car. It even has cookie wheels. Since we defeated that grandma, it means we've accomplished our goal for today.
And that means it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.
See you soon.
Hi, guys. Today, Dobie and I have entered the Roblox mode, Escape from Babysitter Betty's Nursery. Don't forget to like and comment.
Hi. So, Labrador, we're in the nursery, and it's pretty boring here. Looks like Betty is on the phone. A perfect moment to escape.
Yeah, Betty isn't usually very attentive, but if she gets angry, she becomes a real monster. We need to act quickly and carefully. Hey, do you remember that there's also the janitor Ben?
Of course. Ben is always running around the corridors with his huge mop. He probably dreams of catching us and sending us back to the nursery.
All right, let's start. Look, we need to crawl through this hole in the wall. Hey, Dobie, don't get stuck there.
Aha! I almost thought I was stuck. But no, I made it through. Wow, look, there's a whole maze of toys here. Is that a giant teddy bear?
Yeah, exactly. Let's pass by it and carefully go down this slide. I hope it's not too slippery. Oh, I almost fell.
Ha! Watch your step, Labrador. Hey, what do you think if Betty were a superhero? What would her superpower be?
I think she could teleport so she could instantly appear next to us and send us back to the nursery. What do you think?
I think her superpower would be sleepy dust. She would put all the kids to sleep instantly so they wouldn't escape. Oh, look, there's Ben with his mop.
Quick, hide behind this bed. Oh, Ben, you have no idea how close we are to you. Ha!
Whew, that was close. Now let's go through this pillow tunnel. By the way, what if Ben were the main character in a horror movie?
That would be something. The movie would be called Killer Mop Ben Returns. Ha! All right, just a bit more. Let's get to the exit quickly.
I see the door. We just need to get past this builder block and we're free. Hey, look, Betty is back. I hope she didn't see us.
All right, Dobie. Our task is to build a tower out of blocks to climb over this playpen fence. Look, I've already started. Hand me a couple more blocks.
Got it, Labrador. Here are some more blocks. By the way, do you remember how we used to escape from our babysitter when we were kids? She always made us take naps, but we just wanted to play.
Oh, of course I remember. We used pillows as steps to climb out the window. Good times. But now we've got a similar challenge. Almost done. Climb up.
Climbing up. I hope these blocks hold. Whoa, they're wobbling. Hold on tight, Labrador. Who made it? Now we need to build a block tower to reach the ventilation. This pile will do.
Look, there's the ventilation. I'm sure Ben is there. He's always on guard. Haha. He's like our watchdog, but with a mop. Let's get to work. Blocks in place.
Oh, Ben in the ventilation is just hilarious. I remember once he chased us with his mop when we tried to steal some cookies. He should be reminded of that. All right, climbing up.
I'm right behind you. Hey, look, there's Ben. He spotted us. Dobie, do you have a plan?
Of course, let's remember our childhood tricks. Remember how we set up obstacles? We'll do the same now. Let's throw blocks at him and make a run for it.
Great idea. Take this, Ben. Here's a block. Faster, Dobie. There's the ventilation door. Push it.
Hooray, we did it! Whew, we're out. Labrador, as always, you're the best. Remember how we used to escape as kids?
Of course I remember. That time when you put a pillow under the door to keep it from creaking, and then we quietly slipped out into the garden. Ha ha!
And the babysitter was looking for us all over the house while we hid in the bushes eating raspberries. That was so much fun.
When Dobie and I were little, our parents decided to have an evening without kids and hired a babysitter to look after us. We got the address and went there ourselves since our street was safe and our parents thought we could handle it. Unfortunately, we got the address wrong.
Yes, Labrador, I remember how it was. We approached the house that we thought was the right one. The door opened and a tall man in a white apron with a butcher knife in his hand stood before us. We were a bit confused but decided he must be our babysitter since the address matched.
We entered the house and immediately felt uneasy. The kitchen had large knives hanging everywhere, and there were chunks of meat all around. We noticed a refrigerator that looked suspicious. When he opened it to grab something, we saw jars with what looked like eyes.
I remember how scared I was. Labrador and I started whispering, thinking this guy was a real murderer. He kept playing with the knife and gave us strange looks. We couldn't believe our parents sent us to such a person.
We decided we had to get out of there somehow. But when we tried to leave, he suddenly asked us what we were doing. I almost screamed in fear, but then I pulled myself together and said we wanted to take a little walk.
To our surprise, he let us go. We left the house and ran as fast as we could. We decided to go back home and tell our parents what happened. When we finally got home, Mom and Dad looked worried.
They immediately knew something was wrong. We explained what happened and they realized they had given us the wrong address. The real babysitter was waiting for us at a house on another street.
Dad decided to go back to that house and figure out what was going on. When he returned, he was laughing. It turned out that the man was a local chef preparing for a big banquet. Those eyes in the refrigerator were just pickled olives and cherries.
We laughed about it for a long time, but that incident taught us to be more careful. Ever since then, every time we see a chef with a knife, we remember that day and laugh.
It was one of those childhood adventures that stayed with us for life. Sometimes scary things turn out to be completely harmless. The main thing is not to lose your head and stay brave. Guys, don't forget to like and comment.
Dobie and I were at our station when we received an urgent call. All the babysitters in the world had suddenly started a revolt and taken over one of the daycares in our town. We quickly geared up and headed to the scene. It was hard to believe what could have caused such chaos.
When we arrived, we were met with a strange sight. Babysitters, usually so calm and caring, now looked like an army ready for battle. They had barricaded the entrance to the daycare and were shouting slogans. Some were holding toys like weapons, while others waved around diapers.
We approached cautiously, trying not to provoke more aggression. I attempted to start a conversation with the head babysitter, who seemed to be leading the revolt. She was elderly and stern, but determination shone in her eyes.
She responded that the babysitters were demanding better working conditions and higher wages. They felt undervalued and overworked. This was a full-blown babysitter revolution.
We realized the situation was serious and a peaceful solution was necessary. We suggested forming a committee to address the babysitters' issues and promised to relay their demands to the city authorities. But to do this, they needed to end the revolt and vacate the daycare.
The head babysitter thought it over and agreed. She believed we genuinely wanted to help. We arranged a meeting with the mayor and representatives from the education department to discuss the babysitters' demands.
At the meeting, the babysitters were able to voice their concerns and complaints. The mayor listened attentively and promised to take steps to improve their working conditions. It was decided to increase their salaries, improve their work schedules, and provide additional resources to aid them in their tough job.
After these negotiations, the babysitters calmed down and returned to their duties. The daycare reopened, and the children happily welcomed their babysitters back. Labrador and I were pleased that we could prevent the conflict from escalating and find a solution that satisfied everyone.
That day showed us how important it is to listen to people and help solve their problems. Even peaceful professions like babysitters can revolt if they are not heard. We learned to appreciate their work even more.
Yes, Labrador, it was an important lesson for all of us. We're glad we could help the babysitters and restore order in our town.
One morning, Dobie and I were at our station when we suddenly received a strange and unusual call. The message stated that a volcano had erupted in the city center, spewing money. We couldn't believe our ears, but we decided to head to the scene and figure out what was happening.
When we arrived, we saw an incredible sight. In place of the old fountain, there was now a real volcano, spewing money instead of lava, bills, coins, gold bars. A crowd of people had gathered around, trying to catch as much money as possible, and chaos ensued.
Dobie and I realized the situation was getting out of control. People were pushing, arguing, and even fighting over the money. We had to intervene quickly to prevent a disaster. I took out a megaphone and started calming the crowd, urging everyone to move to a safe distance and avoid creating a stampede.
Meanwhile, I tried to figure out where this strange volcano came from. We noticed a scientist in a white lab coat nearby, observing the scene intently. I approached him and asked what was going on.
The scientist introduced himself as Dr. Finch and explained that he was conducting an experiment to create a source of infinite wealth. He didn't expect the experiment to get out of control and lead to a money volcano eruption. He was extremely worried and ready to help us solve the problem.
Dr. Finch and I quickly devised a plan to shut down the volcano. He explained the steps we needed to take to safely stop the eruption. While Labrador continued to manage the crowd, Dr. Finch and I worked on deactivating the machine that powered the volcano.
The work was complex and required precision, but we managed it. When the last safety switch was turned off, the eruption stopped, and the volcano began to quiet down. People calmed down, and we were able to restore order.
Dr. Finch thanked us for our help and promised not to conduct any more experiments without proper safety measures. Labrador and I were pleased that we could prevent a disaster and bring order back to the city.
We completed the mode. See you next time.